always like to start off our podcast with how would you introduce yourself? Normally it's me introducing the guests, or like that's what a typical host would do, but I'm not typical and I'm not that good. So, how would you introduce yourself? Who are you, Siku? What do you do? Where can we find you?
Yeah. Um, I've changed a lot actually recently. So technically, my new introduction would be with someone more egoistical and with a god complex kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more like not the mean god complex, like I'm a god. It's
Mm-hmm.
more like I have the universe on my side. Whatever I want to do
Did
kind
you
of
say it's
works out
confident?
in the end. Yeah, it's like more confidence and stuff like that. So in the previous times, it's been a lot of hesitance and stuff like that. But now it's more
Do you feel like,
sure things.
I've known you for a while, Siku. Do you feel like you've found yourself as a person?
I think that question is pretty hard because I
It
don't
is.
think
It's a
anyone
very, yeah.
fully understands themselves. Uh, I think I changed a lot, and that brought out new things that could happen to me too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm like maybe like at the halfway point because I did change a lot, and that did make things
You've been
a
through
lot
a
more
lot.
different.
You've been through a
Yeah,
lot since I've known you, at
true.
least. Well, in
Yeah,
regards to your life, I can't say, but since I've known you, you've been through a lot. Not like bad, I just mean like you've experienced a lot since the last time I feel like we fully had a conversation. I mean, we have conversations, but it's always like memeing. I think the last
yeah.
time, this is kind of outing myself, but the last time I feel like we had a really like deep conversation was probably in Discord with a couple other mods. I think Benzo was there and Minnie were there. And I like full out cried, and I'm like emotional, so I don't remember. I remember it somewhat, but I feel like that's the last time we had like a actual conversation that was deep and had a, I don't know, it was just deeper than a
Yeah.
normal
We don't get to
conversation.
talk a lot, but that's like timing too.
That kind of sucks, huh? It does. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, like the type of person, how would you describe your personality? I can
I
describe you.
guess,
Mm-hmm.
well, the most thing uh, that doesn't make sense when people usually say they're kind, it doesn't come off like that.
It comes off
So,
egotistical.
yeah,
Yeah.
no matter who
Or,
says it.
or proud, I guess. Like they're very prideful. I
Yeah.
get it.
So, I guess I categorize myself as a kind person. Very hard to make angry.
I like the way
Very
you worded that too,
hard.
because it seems a little egotistical. I'm very like what's the word? Self-conscious about saying I'm good
Mhm.
or bad, because like that's like you're kind of very prideful about who you are. But I think you're a nice
Yeah.
person. I think you're a very
It's,
kind person, very patient. I think, in my opinion.
but there you go. That helps my case. But yeah, just a very hard person to, I guess, manipulate as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very logical person and tend to like a lot of psychological things in general. So
Mm-hmm.
that's me.
I like the way you worded that. Nice. If I had asked you that a year ago, do you think you would have had an answer?
Probably some answer, but
Not the
not
same
this
as
one.
it is now.
No, not as this
Are you happy? In general, just in general.
one. In general, right now I'm always happy. That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing about my condition and
Yeah.
the type of thing.
Would you care to like kind of somewhat simplify? I mean, it's hard simplifying what you have or your condition, but in like a short sentence, maybe like what would you? How would you describe your condition, and what is it?
Well, um, usually when people think about depression, it's always about negative feelings and such.
Yeah.
Now, I used to have that one, and I used to be severely depressed and had suicide thoughts.
Yeah.
But these things can evolve, and mine evolved into something else.
When did it evolve?
Basically, recently, actually, like maybe half a year ago,
Mm.
somewhere around that. But basically, the depression I have is numb emotions, which means I don't feel happiness or sadness the way normal people do. It's actually very hard for me to feel a lot of things in general.
Yeah.
So I think this has been in use for a lot longer than I realized,
Mhm.
but I just didn't think it was anything. Because I've been to a lot of funerals and it never really affected me. Death
Mhm.
has never really
And you
affected
never
me
feared it. It
at all.
just was like
Yeah.
death is death.
No, it was always just it's just life.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always works that way, and it's not like worrying is gonna
It's
help and stuff
inevitable.
like that. Yeah, that's where logic also comes in.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Interesting. I was gonna ask you.
So,
We started off kind of heavy with the topic that we just jumped into straight into it. I was gonna ask you. I had all my questions lined up and everything. I'm like, okay, we'll start off easy. We'll start off slow. But you were very open with like talking about it. Like you have no trouble at all with opening up
no,
about it. That's
no.
amazing. I had for the longest time. I had trouble even coming to terms with it for myself. Like, well, not that I suffer from depression. I don't.
Hmm.
But with my issues, I've had for the longest time I had issues with like coming to terms with why I am the way I am or what caused it or how I spiraled, I guess, and started having these self-destructive tendencies, like where that came from. When did you realize that like, oh, maybe I should get help for this or maybe I should seek more knowledge about what I have or what's going on in my head?
The recent thing or just in general?
Oh, in general. I mean both. Both even.
Uh,
Start with
well,
recently if you
the
want.
first time
Mhm.
I realized I was having problems was I didn't even really choose it myself. I guess people just started recommending me seeing a psychologist and stuff, and I just got to really get familiar with the system and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the second time, I feel like was a lot easier because I already kind of knew what was going to happen and what it was. But
Mhm.
now, uh, the latest one that I had was because you get to feel that it gets kind of uncomfortable, and if it really disturbs you in a maybe not even that badly, but if it like intercepts with your life and starts messing with your actual uh, plans and stuff like that in life,
Yeah.
then I feel like that's the important part when you should understand.
What did it hinder
You
you
should
in life
seek help.
originally? Like friendships, developing friendships, or did you when did it first stand out? I guess like where okay, this is starting to bother me. This is like an issue. Like what
But the first
experiences?
time, it
Mm-hmm.
was the since my brother and my dad never got along, so they always used to fight a lot.
Were you kind of stuck
And
in the middle,
yeah,
or?
I was kind of stuck in the middle, and it's still not easy to talk with my dad because he's very strong, opinionated, and if you're not on his side, you're the enemy. So
Mm-hmm.
growing up with a dad like that is kind of rough
Yeah.
because you don't really get to have your own choices and you don't get to make your own decisions, and it gets to your head very easily.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like because I realized early on that that's not right. I think that's what made it easier for me and my brother to get stronger in the end.
Yeah.
But the first time, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it wasn't even me that signed up for anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was my mom because
She
I
was
used
worried
to
for you.
have these very, yeah, but I used to have these very bad, like kind of episodes where I would yell out that I'm just gonna commit suicide and stuff like that. And
Like in front of your
part of
family,
it was,
or if you don't mind me asking.
yeah, well, if they started like telling me what to do and what I can't do and stuff like that, was never really a rebellious person, but sometimes there were just like kind of weird rules, and I just didn't want to do something at the time, which was very immature. But I was a kid,
Yeah.
and I
Do you think you
I
somewhat
did
used
mean
it as
those
like a
things.
bargaining chip?
Yeah, kind of, but I did mean those things. I did genuinely want to die at that time,
Yeah.
and it was kind of weird to think about it back now. But
Mhm.
I thought like most of my time when I was writing songs back then too, but I never wrote them down, so I
Yeah.
never wrote them down, so I don't really have anything. But my mind was a lot more creative back then, and songs were a lot easier to make and stuff like that. And I guess I
Mhm.
kind of like that. But the psychological lessons actually they helped in a certain way, but I think they helped more realizing who I was rather than get me right on track.
So it was more
Because
informational than utilization for like
yeah,
tools that they gave you to help yourself.
it highly depends on a person. Because for me, uh, I feel like it's very easy for me to understand other people. Therefore, it's also easy to understand what I'm doing most of the time. Like,
Mhm.
if I start getting emotional, I can understand why I'm getting emotional and what that does. So, it's very dependent on who you are. Because to me now,
Yeah.
I think medicine is the only way to really fix certain things.
Mhm.
Back then, I could have fixed it with my own head, because back then it was kind of my choice to be sad. As weird as it sounds, depression is a weird thing, but you kind of sometimes choose to be sad rather than be happy or try to
Mhm.
be happy, because it's a lot easier, and your
Would you say
thoughts just get lost.
would you say you're more what is it, the glass half full or the glass half empty kind of person?
Oh, I was definitely glass half empty back then. Now I'm always half full.
That's
Doesn't even matter how
amazing.
bad it
It's
gets.
like you completely reorganized your brain on how it looks out on life.
Yeah,
That's
it's
quite the
complete
achievement.
change.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's kind of now I think about it, and it's like it's a huge change. I never, if you would
Mhm.
have talked to me like 5 years ago or like
Yeah.
3 years ago, been like, you're gonna be the most confident person you can be, I would
Mhm.
not have believed you at all. But I guess life just does weird things sometimes.
Yeah. I found my confidence, but I think that through streaming, not through anything else in my opinion. But what do you think, I guess would you say that you pulled yourself out of that rut, or do you think you have like a specific people, like a group of people or your family in life that kind of helped you figure this out, or do you have only you to thank, because that is quite the achievement.
Um, I'm definitely gonna say it's not a one man job.
Yeah.
You can't just become confident just by thinking that you're gonna be able to be confident in the
Yeah.
future.
Mhm.
It's more like you need to be around certain people, because with
Like people with positive
psychological,
attitudes, I
yeah,
guess. Different outlooks.
psychological lessons definitely tell you you need double the positive attitude the negative when
Mhm.
you've grown up in a abusive area or something like that.
Yeah.
But in my case, I didn't get the double positivity. It
Yeah.
was more of my own, but at the same time it was because I realized that other people still kind of care. Because what made me have the twist was the military. And
You formed that brotherhood, that bond.
yeah, well, I wouldn't say I formed the brotherhood itself.
Yeah.
My our kind of team was not the best kind of team you would like to have. I guess everyone is
Did you not
still like a normal
did you not get
person.
along with your team? If you don't mind me asking.
Not too well. I mean, I always get along with people, but if I had a chance, I would have preferred other people. Yes,
Oh, okay,
but
okay, okay.
it's not that it's almost impossible to find perfect people that you always get along with too, because
Mm-hmm.
you are together 24/7. So you're gonna have those moments no matter what
Were
happens.
you pretty open with
And
them?
um certain people I was, not most of them, because there was a couple people that are like my dad's, and I knew exactly how that would go. So
Like the same mindset?
I guess, yeah, I guess certain people that had issues, I helped them out a bit.
Oh,
I was the representative in my military team.
by the way,
So
still proud of you for that. Sorry if I keep cutting in, but you are
yeah,
actually a natural born leader. Like that makes sense to me when you told me that. Like a while back, we had that conversation. I see it. I can see it. You are actually built for leading, dude.
the thing is, back then I only did it because I wanted to make myself more familiar with discomfort as well.
Yeah.
There's this YouTube channel called Yes Theory,
Is this a shameless plug?
and
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
no,
go
but
on.
they
Yeah.
genuinely do very like interesting things,
Uh huh.
and I think that's where I got my inspiration from, truly,
Mm-hmm.
because they continuously put themselves through their fears and discomfort and stuff like that,
I like that.
and that's
Yeah.
their brand. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's why I started thinking that's how you can get confidence.
Yeah.
So for me to start it, it was all because of that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all just your kind of own road.
What were
Because
you
I would have
fearful of,
never,
if you don't mind me
I would have
asking?
never, I don't think I necessarily really have a fear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I fear anything. And with the life kind of
Oh, give me 1 second.
expectations,
1 second. I am
life
so sorry. I will
decisions.
be right back. So sorry.
Hi guys, I'm taking over now. Hello, Mamba. Hi,
I'm so sorry.
Roxanne.
I am so sorry. I promise I'm not dying. Get back to what you were saying. I apologize. I
Yeah,
am
welcome back.
profusely sorry. I normally don't do that. Okay. Continue.
I forgot where I was. I was talking to chat. I know
Nice.
me.
Okay. Chat, keeping him comfortable, busy, I hope. Okay. I think you were on a YouTube channel about fear. And then I asked you,
I
do you
am.
fear anything?
Yeah, no, I don't think I fear anything. I personally don't think so. But yeah, the uncomfortable feeling and stuff. I was very socially anxiety, careful, and I
Oh.
was scared to talk to a lot of people like at all times, and that's why I started the representing thing, because I wanted to get out of that social kind of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
well,
thing
now I
is,
have.
when I met you, you seem very confident. And maybe that pseudo confidence that a lot of people who are not really, who are socially anxious have, it's like you put on that front online. It's because you have no fear for judgment. But you seem very extroverted. I was dead wrong, I guess. Not that it's
No,
bad or
no,
not that
I
it's
was
good. I'm
very.
just saying from my
Yeah,
observation.
no, I grew up on the internet, so I got
Mm-hmm.
confident in talking to people online, but
Yeah.
in reality, it was something else.
Mm-hmm.
It was totally different. I was constantly scared to talk to randoms. I could never talk to the cashier. All I said was hello and bye.
Yeah, I get you.
If even that, I would just not even talk about that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the if the cashier said hi or something.
So you would never like spark up a conversation, like be the
No,
starter, be
never.
the yeah.
Yeah, now it's the opposite. Now I know what it feels like, so I try to make everyone feel comfortable
Oh, I
around me.
feel that. Well, I completely feel that. I take on
Yeah,
a
cause
maternal role sometimes. So I'm like, are you okay? Are you comfortable? Are you nothing's bothering
yeah,
you? You know?
I remember we had like a summer thing where when I was it was like a summer thing for working underage,
Yeah.
and they had a very strict like policy on what you are allowed to and what you're not allowed to have. And
Mm-hmm.
in the end, there's this thing that we did where we did like little sticky notes and we put them in an envelope,
Oh, okay.
and what we thought about the person. And I remember
Mm-hmm.
someone said that because of me, they might have not even started talking to the group. Like they maybe would have had their own circle, but not like group as the whole.
Yeah.
But apparently, I don't know what I did. I still don't know what I did
Do you
because I
remember the
was
person
really
or like
shy.
having an interaction with them?
I actually don't even know the person anymore. It was so long
Oh,
ago.
but you made an
But
impact on their life. That's crazy.
I made an impact at the camp. I don't think I made an impact on their life, but
No,
certainly
well,
I
I
made an
mean, we can't
impact
speak
at
for
the
them,
camp.
sure,
Yeah,
but like if
yeah,
you,
yeah.
I would imagine that you did, in because I remember people in my life who have like reached out that way and helped me feel more comfortable, and they stay with me. So I would imagine if that person was the same way, you could have stuck with them. To me, that's amazing.
So yeah, it's a lot of things that you might not even realize. And back then, I still had a lot of panic attacks and those, and I focused a lot on those
Did it get worse as
because
you were in the
those are the
military?
negative sides. It did in the first weeks. It got
I
very
would
bad in the
imagine.
first
Yeah,
weeks because I was always anxious. I never got to be in a safe zone. You're always around people,
there's no
so it got
privacy.
really bad. Yeah, there's no privacy in the military. You go take a shit and there's people right there.
I could not. Can we
So
talk about that? Like, Jesus, that, I mean, you really threw yourself out there though. From going being like socially anxious, being to yourself to having to poop in front of someone. How do you even adapt to that? How do you react to that?
I think since you have to, you kind of don't have a choice. But it does
No, I
feel
would not poop.
kind
I
of
would hold my poop until I
very.
physically until I physically cannot.
In the forest it's worse because
Oh God.
you're not allowed to you can take toilet paper by the way in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like you have to wipe with some leaves or something.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is that if you go at night or even during the day, you cannot go alone ever.
You need a
You're
partner.
supposed to yeah, you need a partner, so
You need
you're
a spotter.
automatically designing a spotter. Exactly,
Oh my
you're
God.
all automatically choosing your partner right away,
Wait, you don't get to
who your
choose, right?
partner is.
Is that what you said? You
you
don't get to.
you can choose
Oh,
as long
okay.
as they're from your squad.
Mm-hmm.
You can, but they can change too. It's not like it's forever that one
Mm-hmm.
person.
Yeah.
It
I thought
depends
you
who's
had a
around, more
designated
likely.
poop spotter or something, and then I was gonna be like, oh,
No,
you don't even get to
uh,
choose.
you get
Mm-hmm.
to choose, but
Okay.
in the woods, you're like literally right there. You don't have walls, nothing,
Yeah.
and you
Your
just kind
butt
of
is
tell
just
them, oh,
bare,
like
witness to the
yeah,
world.
the dude's 5 meters from you. There's nothing between you and him, and you just gotta okay, turn around. That's all you get. You
I
just
mean, like, yeah,
turn around and boom.
yeah, but like, what
But
if you would like
sometimes
let a big rip?
depends.
Like that, just to me in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I care when I'm making other people uncomfortable. But if I'm making an
You
idiot about
just
myself
let it
in
rip.
public, then whew,
Gotta
you, my
let it
friend, are
rip. Then
brave. You,
there's no
my friend,
choice.
are courageous. Wow, that's a very crazy experience. Jesus Christ. Well, did you form any bonds there? Like, do you have friends now that you still speak to since leaving?
I met someone the other day.
Ooh, wait,
They
IRL,
are
like real life,
working.
or
Yeah, real life. They're working. They're working two jobs. One is food
ooh,
delivery guy, and other is hairstylist, I guess. And I was supposed to meet
nice.
up with him because he worked at the place where I actually go and get my haircuts.
Yeah.
And I asked him what day he's gonna be in, and I booked a time on that day. But I guess he left early because he wasn't there anymore when I went. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a friendly dude though, so I can probably book I don't know, something with them
Mm-hmm.
sometime.
Nice. I like that. That you made like, what would you consider him, an acquaintance or a friend?
I guess acquaintance. We can't really call each other friends right now. I guess I guess the right term would be brother
Okay.
from the military. So like something like that.
And that's a different
War
bond.
brothers.
That's a different bond from just
Yeah,
friends,
kind
or
of.
like you.
Because we did. He wasn't actually in our squad the whole time, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was a chill dude. He was also understanding, but he was also very aggressive type of
Oh.
person. But
Mm-hmm.
he had his personal problems, and I helped. Well, a lot of people helped him through some things. So
Mm-hmm.
that guy is very loyal to certain people and stuff. So
Is there like a
cheers to
golden
him.
rule that you learned since being in the military? Something that like you learned that you wouldn't have learned living like just regular civilian life, or just I guess
Okay,
an outlook.
I'm gonna tell you right now, military life is a lot easier than civil life. I know you won't.
Oh.
A lot of
Okay.
people won't believe that, but I got over certain things in the military, and when I came back to the civil life, I started having signs of getting stressed again.
Oh.
So it's a lot different in the military. It's a lot, I guess, easier
So
in a certain
readapting
way.
was more difficult than
Yeah,
initially.
readapting is something else because
Interesting.
it gets intense when you come back in town and you're supposed to just pick up where you left off. Kind of,
Yeah.
it changes things. I almost stayed, so I wonder how that would have gone, but it would have been fun if I stayed, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
I
you had the
chose I
option to
chose
stay and
to
everything.
become.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I chose to become someone more important in the civil life. I still
Mm-hmm.
have big plans ahead of me too.
Nice. Have you been vocal about it with anybody, or they're just in your head right now?
Certain people, yeah, they have
Nice.
business plans though, so I
Oh, okay, okay. No, yeah, don't
can't
leak
really
any
go
business
out right
plans. Okay.
now.
I get you, I
Yeah,
get you, I get you, I got you.
can't
Okay.
spoil them.
Nice.
I'll let you know when it's
No, don't
available
spoil. I
for
don't
the
want to spoil.
public.
No, I don't want to ruin the surprise. If it's a surprise, I
No,
want to
no,
be
no. I'm
surprised.
not telling anything. I'm not telling anything.
Oh,
Don't worry
okay,
about it.
okay, okay. So you want to venture towards more like business? That's all I ask about that. But you want to venture more towards business?
Not myself, no.
Okay.
It is business related, but I won't think I'm gonna become a businessman like that.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not a
just
businessman either. I'm not a man at all.
I'm yeah.
Sorry.
that, but yeah, it's gonna be more personal kind of
Mm-hmm.
choices.
Nice. Okay. And what are you working on now? Are you still streaming? Twitch? You still streaming? Do you
I just
consider?
stream sometimes. Yes,
No, I see
flag
you
in.
go live. I see you, but unfortunately, it's like when I end stream and I'm like, ah,
I've
fudge,
been
I don't have time to. But like, fudge,
I've been trying
let me leave a
to
lurk if I
I've been
can.
trying to stream more. Yeah.
Nice. So that
I
means
did
go
say that
follow
I'm.
Siku, and we're on YouTube. So like panels below. Hello, yeah, go down there. All that and more.
Yeah. I've been trying to make a schedule, but that's not as easy to make when your life is kind of unpredictable.
I get you. I get
But I
you.
like the thing is I like unpredictable, so I think that's one of my strong suits too.
Mm-hmm.
Like adaptability is
Is chaotic
good for me.
more norm for you?
Yeah, I like
Um,
chaotic.
I heard something. I think I don't know if I shared this before, but it's like I like watching horror and like spooky. Contrary to popular, what I usually stream, I'm like always scared and hiding in corners when it comes to playing horror games. But for me, when I watch things that are horror, or when I watch things that are like supposed to be scary or like supposed to stress you out, my mind does this thing where I become in a more relaxed state because it's my norm. It's what I've been used to. I'm used to being on edge from like growing up, my childhood. I'm used to being on edge and the chaos around me. So when I watch things that are like horror or scary or that's supposed to stress me out, it puts me in a natural, relaxed state and I end up taking a nap. And then I
Oh,
learned that that happens to a lot of people who had like rough childhoods or like have experienced something traumatic. I'm like, is that the same for you? Are you, because it seems like nothing scares you, you know?
I think now it's a lot different because it's a lot harder for me to feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I feel like it depends on you as well, highly, like always. But
Mm-hmm.
it's how you react young, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
When you have those stressful situations with your family, for an example, it depends how and what you do in the situation. Because if you are in a stressful kind of
Environment.
station, and
Mm-hmm.
when, for an example, if your family fights during like dinner time or stuff like that,
Yeah.
and you're going to sleep right after, then yeah, it would make sense that people like get sleepy because that's kind of like a routine for them.
Yeah.
So it does depend on how it has been from a young age, and
Mm-hmm.
whether those fights really, like after those fights, something happened that constantly just kept
There's a
being the
lot of
norm for
fights
you.
in my childhood, dude. People
Yeah,
were arguing,
so
throwing things, breaking things. Yeah. But for me, it's like I get really sleepy. I'm like, okay, let me put on something scary to put me to sleep. As crazy as that sounds, I'm like, yeah, let me watch something horror. It'll put me right to sleep. That and fishing videos, which that's just relaxing. So that has nothing to do with that. Mm-hmm.
uh,
Do you have a
what are
guilty
your
pleasure?
opinions on
On what?
power washing?
Power washing?
Power washing
Is that
video.
like that like high like pressured water?
Yeah, you like have a dirty road and you just pressure water and it just goes away.
Honestly, some
Like
of those pop up on my For You page and like, just recommend it. I'm like, yeah, that's satisfying. Yeah, I like that.
yeah,
He'll be like, I'm gonna teach you how to clean the sidewalk. It's like, I
there's
like
a
that.
game now. Yeah, there's
A
a
game
game
of
too.
it?
Yeah, it's a power wash simulator.
I've
I watched
never
it
played that.
recently.
It's on
It
Steam?
was actually really fun
It's on
to
Steam?
watch.
Nice.
It's on Steam.
Okay. Wow. Is that your guilty? That's like what you fall asleep to?
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay. Well, but then what puts
I
you to
need
sleep?
noise. I
Oh,
need
same.
noise to
Same, same,
fall
same, same,
asleep.
same.
I
What kind of
can't.
noise?
Any noise would be fine.
So like
I've
a
had
woman yelling in
last.
the corner? Like like
It could
what
be,
is
yeah.
it?
Last time
Oh.
my mom was complaining about the neighbors being too loud. They had like a party and they were drunk
Oh.
and they were just yelling,
Yeah.
and I fell asleep to that, but my mom couldn't sleep. So I kind of need sound. It doesn't matter what sound it is,
Yeah.
except if it's like a high frequency. I guess I hate that.
Are you sensitive
But
to noise when you sleep or?
not that I'm really sensitive. It's really easy for me to block out noise too,
Mhm.
because sometimes I could have someone talking to me and I just completely forget what is happening and lose
Mhm.
the focus and just not even listen to what the other person is saying.
Mhm.
I gotta focus sometimes to hear things.
Is it hard for
I
you to
have
focus?
yeah, actually, that's why I take the medication too. I
Mhm.
have antidepressants, but they're not meant to fight depression itself.
Mhm. Do
They're meant
you
for
Mhm.
productivity and stuff like that.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you have a form of ADD, ADHD? Or do you not know?
I haven't
Or is that
tested,
personal?
so I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
same.
I
I
don't
feel like I
know.
might have some. I don't know because I'm not a professional, but it sometimes is hard for me to focus. Sometimes.
Hmm. It
Interesting.
depends. Sometimes I need music, sometimes I can't focus with
Oh, I can't
music.
focus
So,
with music. I'm gonna focus on the words, and I start singing, and then that's that. The
with
thing that I'm doing,
reading, yeah, with reading, yeah. But if I do
yeah.
like math or something, that's usually when
You enjoy math. Favorite subject?
it's like a puzzle to me.
What's your favorite
That's
subject?
just it.
Growing up in school, what was it? Or you don't have one?
Binary logic.
I have no idea what that is. No idea. Any
It's
education over here.
ones and zeros.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust robots, so I don't really mess with ones and zeros. Actually, I went to
It
science camp. We programmed a robot to walk. So that's pretty pog, but
nice.
yeah, I did most of the
I
work.
mean, this.
The other girl did not. She was
So
flirting
you
with the
can
other.
teach me how to make a robot walk.
I
Is what you're
tried.
saying?
A counselor walked me through it, but like I was doing most of the
Uh,
work and putting together the parts and like programming it, whereas the chick was like flirting with the dudes there. I was like, oh no,
oh,
yeah, don't worry, I'll put your name on this. I'll put your name on it, man. No worries. I got you.
I'll carry you. Okay.
All right, Siku. Yeah, basically. Do you like robots?
I love robots.
Really?
I
Okay.
yeah. I want to build one, like a
Ooh.
bigger one. I want
Mm-hmm.
to build a motorcycle electrical too.
A
I want to
motorcycle.
do a lot of things with robots.
Oh, okay. Fascinating. Have you
Yeah.
seen those videos where it's like the construction robots, like they have like a saw and like they program it to
Oh yeah.
you know?
There was stuff made here made something too, but
Mm-hmm.
he didn't make it out of wood. I actually have my dad's friend has like a wood sculpting
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
So I guess asking for him to be more realistic of a making machine, because it's a lot of visual things that a robot can't really do that well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot harder for a robot to do that, because they don't do what you they don't do what you want you to see. They do exactly as you command them to do.
Exactly.
So the result is always gonna be
On
the
you, the human.
yeah
Yeah.
the human always controls.
It's like a parent when they raise a kid. Why is this kid so ugh, you know? Well, it's your fault. You raised it. You programmed that thing, you
Yeah,
know? Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's exactly how it is too.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I have more fun questions that because we started heavy, Siku. We started with like
We
a
did, yeah.
yeah. So I kind of want to ask you more towards like questions about Twitch since that's like how I met you. But we can always gear
Hmm.
towards whatever you're more comfortable with. But on my notes here, how did you get you into using Twitch? Like what prompted you to download or visit the website?
Benzo did.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Benzo's a
this is
lovely
such a
lady, by the way.
nostalgic,
Amazing.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
such a nostalgic moment. I met Benzo through GamerLink, and she
Can you
had been
explain to us
watching
what
you for
GamerLink
like
is for people who don't know?
I don't use it anymore. It was back
I
then. It
like that
was
you had to
I
preface
had
that. Mm-hmm.
I don't care about it anymore. But it was an app for Xbox players and console players and PC gamers to be general. But it was an app to meet people and play games with. So
Yeah.
you'd set up a beacon that they called. You'd
I
set
like that
up a
you remember
beacon,
it.
or or you'd join a beacon, and you just game with people and make squads like that. And I met Benzo on Rainbow Six, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, like couple weeks we had been playing, and then she was like, I'm watching the streamer, and I'm like, the first time ever, I was like, interesting. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, the
You didn't
next
know
day I
of
was
like
asking.
streaming or like Twitch prior to
No,
that?
I knew about Twitch, but I always thought of it as I always thought of the big leagues, the
Yeah, yeah, the partner, the
XQC and
verified, yeah,
the verified
yeah.
people. I always thought Twitch was like that. But
Mm-hmm.
then I saw you finally, and I was like, damn, this is like so down to earth, normal things that people talk about, and they can
Me
just do
talking
whatever
about
they
my
want.
lack of dad. Okay, Sigu, sure, down to earth.
Back then, you didn't talk about your dad too much, so you
I
started those
didn't.
jokes later. No, you started those
Who
jokes
was
later.
she? All right.
Change you can't move on without change.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and then I just instantly got hooked, I guess, and I just started watching without Benzo being there, and I watched you more than Benzo at one point.
You still are five head. That was my first impression. I'm like, damn, this dude is five head. Big brain. Like that's the information you like just spewed from your brains, just typing it out. I'm like, how do you know this? And I
I was
remember you
googling
teaching me.
that.
Oh, see, I
Yeah,
don't. But I took that as like, oh, this dude, like, you're actually interested in this subject. Like
I
I don't
was.
ever
That's why
bother
I
to really
googled.
know why the brain is the way it is. I'm like a hippocampus. What? Who's this hippo going to camp? Obviously that's not what it means, but
Do
it's
you
like
remember what it means? Do you
yeah,
remember
yeah,
what
it's
it's
where you
for?
store memories? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, see, that's what I remember because you drilled it in my head. I'm like, man, and that's part of the reason why
Yeah,
I
I
love
asked
Twitch.
you a
It's like,
lot.
did you always? Yeah, you did. You constantly ask me, do you remember today what it
That
was?
was
It's
the
like, oh,
one thing I asked you.
mm-hmm.
I
You're very
didn't
into
ask
medicine.
you about.
Yeah.
I was, yeah,
Mm-hmm,
not
mm-hmm. I
anymore,
don't know if you
but
still
I
are.
was.
You're not anymore.
No,
Hmm. What's your new passion now?
very
Do you
good
have one?
question. I don't think I have one. That's the miracle of having numb emotions too. Because
Mm-hmm.
most of the time I'm just trying to realize what I actually care about.
Yeah.
So it's like self-discovery all over again. Because it's such a complicated thing to live
Mm-hmm.
with. It has benefits and it has negative sides for sure. And for me personally, it has more positives actually than negatives.
Can you give us
Mostly
an example of one of
because
the positives?
positives are definitely since stress is kind of impossible to experience now
Mm-hmm.
because you don't care about a lot of things.
Yeah.
For an example, if you feel threatened, you don't feel fear the same way as a normal person. For an example, if someone held a gun to my head and be like, "Give me all your money and stuff," I wouldn't see that as like a panic mode kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would see that as what can I do in this situation? Is it possible
The
to
logical
get
side.
out without it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
started looking very logical side, and that's how your brain kind of turns on. Is when you gotta like think about situations that make normal people very emotional,
Yeah.
but they make you think very logically and stuff like that. So it's easier to think in a critical situation, for sure.
See, I most of the time when I'm like overwhelmed with emotions, I just the emotions take over, not the logical side. I'm a very emotional person, kind of like really truly empathetic. Like I'll cry at the I cried killing a lizard. I know I always tell the story. I cried killing a baby lizard that like walked into my home and I felt so bad. I think I went to bed crying. So see, that's like complete
But you
opposite.
kill
I
it.
didn't mean to. I wanted to catch it in a cup and like let it go, but I ended up turning it
uh,
into fertilizer, so it's fine. Well, it's not fine, but it was made, the use was there.
Emotionally scarred. Just got it. Got it.
Okay. It turned into something. At least its body, its carcass didn't go to waste.
We still remember it to this day.
It's what now?
Still remember it to this day.
Yeah,
So it
kind of.
kind
I
of.
just feel bad. I just, it was a baby. It's like, I feel bad. I couldn't kill a mouse that like I caught. I would ask, Paya to do it or something. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's another thing. Remorse is very
Difficult.
impossible for me to feel.
Oh.
So if someone's like crying for help or something, that's not why I'm going to help. I'm gonna
Why
help
are
if
you
I
going to help?
really see. I'm going to help based on what I think deserves help.
Oh, okay.
Because if I see someone just I don't know begging for mercy for something, but they've
Hmm.
been a horrible person their entire life, then it's like it's irrelevant to me.
Is it worth my time like that?
It's like you start thinking very logically again. Most people would think emotionally there, but my brain just kind of starts thinking like, should I feel something
Mm-hmm.
instead of actually feeling something. That's a lot of the times you're gonna start
Interesting.
thinking, should I feel something right now?
So you question
And
yourself then?
yeah, I've realized lately. I actually realized my pain tolerance has gone way up.
Really?
Cause I stopped the toe once, and I was just like, meh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hit it pretty hard. I was like running, and I hit it, and I was like, oh god, I almost tripped, and then I just kept
Oh.
going.
Yeah, I would have knelt down and been like, "You son of a stupid table, you little business," That's how I would
Yeah,
have reacted. Whereas you're like, "Oh, well, were you bleeding? Was it that bad? So where like it left a bruise or something?"
it did leave something. I think, yeah, I think it got bloody, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like very bad, like wound or
Mm-hmm.
I didn't break anything.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have known.
Oh, didn't you break something? You broke your sprained. I remember you hurt a part of your foot,
My ankle,
your
yes.
ankle. How did that heal up? Is it good? No long lasting, no
I
damage?
think it still looks weird,
Or is that you being self
and
conscious or?
I don't know actually. I think it might be me being
Not
self-conscious, but
that.
at the
Don't
same
show it
time,
now. Well, hey, wait a minute.
no, not to show anything.
Okay.
Not to
Feet
show
are not
anything,
a
but
are a no go on Twitch.
I
Twitch staff,
just
we're not
feel
showing
like
feet. Hmm.
I just feel like they twist a lot easier. Like they're a lot
Oh
more
my
bendy.
god! Does it make a pop?
No.
Fudge. Okay, I'm alone in this. Mine does. Ever since I heard it, NA healthcare is a thing, right? So didn't get it
Okay.
checked. I rolled it, and to this day, my ankle makes a noise. It's probably.
I got it checked.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay,
got
okay.
it checked. So I don't think
Hmm.
it was. Yeah,
As long as you're
I
not
don't think they would have.
in immediate danger right now, you know.
Yeah, no, it would be very. I think I checked the hospital again when I hear the after
Huh.
like twisting it a certain way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sorry.
twisted the ankle, went to the ER, and
Oh.
now I feel like I wouldn't say my legs are weaker.
Hmm.
I'd say they. I did football at one point,
Yeah.
and people
Football, like
said that
football, or football like. Yeah, you probably mean football, soccer. What Americans would say
soccer
soccer.
style
Yeah,
football.
yeah.
We
Okay, I
call it
get you.
football.
Yeah, 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 I get you.
But someone said my ankle was so like bendy, like I was twisting it everywhere
Oh.
when I was running. And I do these really weird moves where it's kind of like reflex moves.
Mm-hmm.
And in football, it makes it easier for me because I'm really I kind of instinctively move my legs rather than
Mm-hmm.
thinking a lot. Because that's another power I have. I can I can most of the times I can tell which way someone is going
Mm-hmm.
unless I can't see their face and stuff like that. That's what pros do. They kind of hide their intentions.
Yeah.
They would be very good at poker too. So they're good at
I know nothing of
multiple
poker.
things.
Mm-hmm. Would you say you're good at lying?
In Among Us, I wasn't.
Are you lying to me right now?
Right now,
Yeah. Have you lied at
no.
all this
I
whole
genuinely don't
episode?
know. I know exactly how to lie
Okay.
to my parents.
Yeah.
So I guess it's trial and error kind of a thing. I think I
Mm-hmm.
know pretty well how to lie if it comes down to lying about a real thing.
Same. No, yeah, I get you. I get you.
Because I don't lie about things that shouldn't really matter. When I lie,
Mm-hmm.
I think all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I've had, like, I'm capable of thinking a lie up on the spot that works with the past, the present, and the future.
Do you
And
lie to
that's the
her
most.
spare feelings?
Mm, I haven't tested it lately since I
Okay.
got the condition
Mm-hmm.
diagnosis, but I didn't used to. I Well, it depends on how hard it was. Sometimes I would spare like the truth if I knew it was gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't like really telling, but if it was inevitable, like they were gonna find out anyways,
Yeah.
I would probably tell because it
Interesting.
would be better to know early on than later.
Yeah.
So lying is a lot easier for me now. I can say
Easier.
that much. Yeah, because I don't feel remorse and stuff like that. I used to feel remorse, but
When did
not
that
really
fade
anymore.
away, I guess? When did the feeling of not being able to feel remorse kind of just fade away?
I guess like 2 months ago, maybe a couple
Really?
months ago,
Mm-hmm.
2 months ago. Uh, I got also in a situation with my friends, and I didn't realize it because I didn't really know I had changed that much,
Yeah.
and apparently I had changed a lot. So
What was
it
it
made a
over?
little. That's the negative side too.
Mm-hmm.
It was over.
If you feel comfortable sharing,
Well,
don't feel like you have to.
we were
Yeah.
just talking shit, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I didn't realize we were not like playing. I didn't realize that person was being serious, and I was just fucking around.
Yeah.
In other words,
So the
so I was just
miscommunication.
doing it. Yeah, just I was just messing around, but things got personal, and I was like, oh, a little harsh and stuff, and then the other person kept continuing on,
Mm-hmm.
and then they didn't stop. So I was just I blocked for a couple of minutes, and then I
Mm-hmm.
unblocked. But I just needed like a quick break to understand what was happening, because I feel
Yeah.
like at that point the person was getting very emotional and stuff, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't
Were they vocal
understand
about it? Like,
a
did they
lot of
like?
things.
Yeah.
Well, they talked a lot of shit, so I
Yeah.
guess they
Okay.
were vocal, but not in a way that they told me that they were
Mm-hmm.
offended in the first place. Because I never found out that they were actually being serious
So you need a
until it
safe
was
word
too
like
late.
pineapple. Yeah. Or
Yeah, I
pumpernickel.
didn't have to quite, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the thing. Since I don't feel a lot of things, that's also the negative side of having numb emotions.
Yeah.
You don't realize a lot of things, and that's why it's good for me, but it's good for other people around you,
Mm-hmm.
because you can just live your life like you do and not feel any sadness from doing the things you do, and just be happy. But for other people, you could make their lives miserable and not even realize it.
Yeah.
So I'm the type of person that is very affected by how you're acting around me. If you're a toxic person, you're turning me into more of a toxic person.
Mm-hmm.
If
I
you're a
feel
kind
that.
person, I will be a very
Yeah.
kind person, and it's gonna be affecting me a lot. And even if you're not toxic against me, if you're toxic around against other people that maybe you hate, maybe have like previous occurrences,
Mm-hmm.
but that's gonna rub off on me, and that's gonna make me more toxic too. And that's what
So
happened
you're very
actually. It was
vigilant about that then, huh?
yeah,
Like
it
you
was a
absorb the
complicated
people you're
situation.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, because that person is very defensive kind of a thing, very quickly.
All right, Siku, I'm
So they
somewhat
tend to
toxic.
get
I gotta leave. I gotta go. I can't do this to you, man.
they get toxic very easily, and it rubbed off on me, and I thought that
It's
was
me,
the
chap.
norm.
It's me. I'm kidding. I'm
It's not
kidding.
you. It's not even
I'm
comparable to
kidding.
you,
I'm
to be
joking.
honest.
I'm joking. I can
But
be, but I'm not saying I'm a saint either. But yeah.
I think everyone can be toxic if they really try.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone's got a toxic side for sure. No one's
Yeah.
like a saint, I don't think. And if they are on screen or wherever you see them behind closed doors, they're probably someone completely different. You're never gonna truly know someone like that, in my opinion. But are you still friends with the friend? Did you guys make up?
Not yet. We're supposed to have a talk sometime,
Oh, I wish you well
but
then. I
not
hope
yet.
it goes great. I hope you guys come to an understanding.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yep, clock. Yep. Oh, dang it. I had something I was gonna ask you and I forgot. Oh, were you ever around this? Like, have there ever been situations like this that kind of strained your relationship with your parents, like with you and your lack of remorse?
Well, yeah. My it's actually a lot of people ask me how I'm doing, and that question is it's irrelevant to me, because I'm always doing good. Like, I don't really feel a lot of things, so I can't feel
Does it
sad or
bother
happy
you
like that. So I
if people
always
ask?
feel good.
Yeah.
So it gets very tiring to say. And my mom usually always asks how you doing, and it starts to get annoying sometimes, because
Mm-hmm.
when you say you're good, she starts getting more like, are you really, and stuff like that.
Oh,
Because
okay. I see.
yeah, so it's kind of just, I'm trying to avoid that question in general, and when other people ask that, it's very annoying to me. So I don't like when people
Oh.
ask me that, like, how are you? It's very irrelevant to me. I'm always doing good,
Mm-hmm.
which is also one of the reasons why when someone does ask about my condition, I wanna actually show them this video. I want this to be like a kind of a sign
Yeah.
on how I am and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Is
you
it
got
annoying
this
when I ask?
video from me, it's because you did something I didn't like, or you were just curious about what I was like.
Yeah, tell him, Sigu. Yeah, tell him. Tell him. I see. I think it's the same way. At least I view it this way. It's like whenever I feel like, because I think I'm the opposite of you. Like Whereas, like, I will ask, "Are you okay? Are you really okay? Are you sure?" Because I feel like I did something that's more on my end. That's never on anyone
Mm-hmm.
else's end. That's just how I'm feeling and how I'm reading too much into it. So I tend to do that with people around me. I'll be like, "Are you sure you're okay?" Because I want to make sure that I didn't hurt you and that you actually are, and that you're not giving me a false answer to try and make me go
Mm-hmm.
away. Because I'm not going away. I'm annoying. That's who I am.
Well, now you know. Don't ask me that.
All right, Siku. Noted. No, never mind. The noted. I was gonna make a joke, but never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, how do you prefer people to approach you? Just regular conversation? Treat it as like same old, same old?
Well, if people know me,
Let's say you meet
they
someone,
usually,
right? And the first question they
yeah.
ask is that, "How are you?" Does that annoy you?
Well, then I
Like if it's
don't
your
mind
first,
because they don't. Yeah,
they
they
really
literally
don't
don't
know
know
you.
anything about me, so
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
normal,
Okay. Okay. I just thought it was a
But
phrase that like tilts you.
yeah, if they start doing that in the future, I would probably refer to them as, like, by the way, if you didn't know, I'm always good, so you can stop asking that and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna become a consistent thing otherwise.
I see. All right. Noted. So the small talk annoy you? I guess.
No. Sometimes I start small
Mm.
talk myself because if
Mm-hmm.
I know sometimes when there are quiet moments
Yeah.
in school. Oh, now I'm a representative in school too,
Oh, see,
and
natural born leader. Mm-hmm.
it all started from the military. But
I don't believe that.
yeah,
I
I
think
I
you were
tried
Siku
to make
before military. You were Siku after. I don't believe in that mindset that you're. I.
my
I don't. I don't.
confidence has changed.
Okay. Yeah. But you were Siku before natural born leader. That was still you. Nothing about you. If you took away your name Siku, you would still be the essence of you. You would still be Siku, born to lead after
I
military too.
guess
But that's just the way I view it. Not everyone views it that way. But in my opinion, that's what I think.
I stand up to my star sign, Leo.
Oh, you're
So
Leo. Not that I
yeah,
know
I'm a
about
Leo.
astrology, but oh, okay.
Me neither. I just know Leo, and I'm
No, why
proud to be
share with me,
Leo.
dude? What the hell? I'm kidding. No. Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
only know Leo. I only
What's
know
the
that
thing
one.
with Leo? The natural, are they like leaders? They take charge? What's
Yeah,
that?
they're said to be natural born leaders, and they're said to be very cocky
Mm,
people. So they're
kind of
not
true. All
really.
the, I guess, kind of true. But I know some cocky people, but not cocky like annoying cocky. Like, yeah,
They're
yeah, you talk it
confident,
and you walk
basically.
it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I get is I'm two-faced, so it is
Well,
what
I
it
got
is.
a double jackpot because I was born on the dragon year, and
Oh.
I'm a Leo, so it was pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool when I found that the first time.
Yeah. Year of the
That's
rat. I think is what I am. I don't know what that means, but a rat. I'm two faced. It is what it is. I am what I am. Yeah.
okay.
I don't know what that means,
Yeah.
honestly. I really don't know a lot about astrology. Astrology people, don't come for me, please. I don't cancel me. I'm
Me
only
neither. I don't
joking.
know. I
Please.
want to know
Don't
nothing
dislike
about
the
it. I
video, you
don't really
guys,
care.
please.
I
Oh,
don't really
okay.
care.
Well, I don't want to hurt
So
anyone's feelings. It's just that's why yeah, okay. But I'm speaking for myself. And don't you dare come for Siku, dude. Don't you dare either.
you can try, but good luck with that. I
No,
don't feel remorse, so I don't know what you want to like.
you're not gonna
If you
accomplish
start
anything.
attacking, if
Yeah.
you're gonna attack me, I will attack back, and trust me, I'm not gonna feel a thing. You got only lose. You got
It's
only to
only
lose.
downhill from here. I don't care. Yeah,
Yeah, if
nice.
you
You
also
shouldn't care
have
so much though
the
about.
same
Mm-hmm.
like numb emotions, then
Yeah.
okay, we can go. But like otherwise, if you're a normal human being, don't bother.
Yeah. Damn. I shouldn't care a lot about what people. I don't care to an extent. But it's people I care about. Yeah, I care. I can't help but care. You know.
It's actually very convenient that I stopped caring
Mm-hmm.
because life has become very easy when you stop caring
And
like
so I hear
about a
people
lot of
say,
issues.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing in my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Mm-hmm.
really kind of a blessing, and it also helps with certain people. Like for an example, I've told my friends and certain people that you can blame me like for things. Like if someone, for an
Like you take the
example, if
fall?
yeah, if someone doesn't want a person in your game, for an example, you're playing a team game, someone wants to join, and then someone else doesn't want that person to join, I can just be like, hey, just tell him I don't want him to join.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like the man in the middle that doesn't want to play with other people and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm gonna be like taking the fall for it, and
Wow.
it's good because
You just don't care.
it doesn't matter if they want to attack me, they can attack me, nothing's gonna happen. They might hate me for it, doesn't matter to me, hate me much as you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like who's more mature in the end, you know.
Mm-hmm. Has that happened in an instance with you where you had to take the fall for a friend, or like you offered?
I offered, uh that wasn't taken up though.
Oh, okay, I see. I feel like that I feel like anybody would feel like no, yeah, especially since you're not, to me, in my opinion, you're naturally nice. You're just kind, is what you are. You like to help. How could you throw someone who likes to help under the bus that way? In my opinion, that's just how I would
Well,
view it.
in my eyes, it wouldn't be throwing under the bus. It would be helpful
Yeah, I
for me
get that.
too, because you would, if it makes you uncomfortable, obviously it's gonna make me uncomfortable. That you'd rather just
Mm-hmm.
hold it in and stuff.
Are you good at telling when people are uncomfortable?
Kind
That's
of.
a long pause. I'm scared for the answer.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it because there are things that I can tell very easily, but there are also things that I can't tell at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, again, it depends, I guess. But
Or generally
most of the times
speaking.
I have been
Mm-hmm.
able to tell
You
if
can pick up
someone's,
when someone's uncomfortable.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like, if it's Benzo, I can immediately tell if she's
Yeah.
being uncomfortable or not. Like people that I'm no longer are gonna be very easy to tell, no matter
Mm-hmm.
the, you know, what happens anyways.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I thought with the whole no remorse that would be difficult, but no. Then I'm thinking like, oh, you always look at it the logical side, so that would logically make sense when someone starts acting different, that they're uncomfortable. That
Yeah,
would make sense.
the logical brain kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
It
Not
helps a
that.
lot with
Yeah.
numb emotions. I don't think everyone has that. I think that's the harder condition. Like if you don't have that logical brain, then it's gonna be very hard to deal with numb emotions because you don't get those thoughts that I do about thinking about things you should rather than you should feel.
Yeah.
And it's, I think it's because I learned a lot about myself before. So ever since I was young, I was always curious about psychological kind of developments and
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of ways people think in general.
Mm-hmm.
And that helped me improve personally, and it helped me understand other people personally. And because of that, I really understood why I feel certain things in certain situations.
Yeah.
So it was easier to find myself.
Do
And
you
yeah,
I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I was listening to you and then my that question popped up and now it's gone. It'll come to me.
you got
You
it.
got
It's
this. Yeah,
okay.
it'll come to me. Give me a second.
You
Do you
got it.
think it's there? Do you think I guess with how you have the type of depression that you have, is it, do you think it's easy or hard to step into, like, let's say you have a friend that's going through it, right? And you want to console them, like, is it easy for you to step into their shoes, or like how would you go about trying to help them, or is it just always logical when it comes to like emotion? Let's say they're like frantic, they're sad, they're like bawling their eyes out or angry.
If it's something I've experienced in the past, it's gonna be easy to understand right
Yeah.
away because I've had a lot of obstacles in the past, I'd say,
Mhm.
and that has made me the person that I am, to be honest, to this
Mhm.
day. That's why I would rather help people than harm them in a verbal way and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I would hope so.
It's it does go to the logical brain though. It does
Yeah.
because I feel like the logical brain is also the brain that helps you think the way you should when you're dealing with problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about understanding your situation and stuff. And for me, it's I guess for me it's always been kind of easy to understand situations because I'm always neutral. I look at
Regardless if
both
it's
sides.
emotional. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look at both sides, and it's easier for me to do that. So even if the person who's sad, if they're sad about something that maybe they were even wrong about,
Mm-hmm.
like they were fighting with someone and the other person was right and the one that's sad right now is wrong. I think I try to make them understand in a way that doesn't make them very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to handle it because if they really are my friend, they will understand my view too. And if they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to put me in a spot where they're gonna be like, so you're gonna support him instead of me or them instead of me, then I don't see that as a real
Can I ask you something?
friend.
I just thought of this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um, do you think the need of wanting to help others or fix problems or just whatever it may be, helping others, do you think that need is somewhat considered a passion? The need to help others? Or is it not that strong for you?
Compassion. Um,
How strong is the need
wouldn't
to help others, I
I
guess?
feel like it's pretty strong actually because one of my dreams, the reason why I want to get rich is to help other people.
Whoa, whoa, wait, wait, hold on. That took a turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry. I was like,
because
where did the rich come in? Sorry. Go on. Yes. Okay,
yeah,
now I'm
yeah,
on board. Now I'm on board. Sorry.
because for me it's always been about helping people, and
I think that's a passion.
I I really don't like making people. I've said this to people that have been my friends and have been toxic friends to
Mm-hmm.
other people. I've said this that I don't like it. I don't
Yeah,
like when you fight back with toxicity because that's just gonna make the bigger flame, you
that
know.
is true. Yeah, I agree with
And
that.
it's just gonna go spitballing, and uh, that I realize this makes me more toxic too. So I've come to understand to tell people they shouldn't do that. Otherwise, they're gonna make more toxicity in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's why toxic games are a thing. Like, if a game is toxic, that means people consistently start fighting about things that don't really even matter. Because it's a game. If you start fighting about a game, it's just like, what are you doing? Is that why you're playing a game? What are you doing?
Well, what about for the people who are competitive, I guess, and that's that satisfaction, the victory, the win. They like, there's that aspect of it too. I'm
If you're
like, I can
being
respect that.
toxic, it's a different
Oh,
thing.
true. Okay, yeah,
In a
true.
competitive field, if you're giving feedback on what you could
It
have
should
done,
be helpful,
it's a
huh?
totally different thing. It's
Yeah,
feedback. It's not considered toxicity in my eyes. But if someone takes feedback like a toxic comment,
yeah.
I don't think they fit in the competitive field
I
because you're
get you.
constantly going to get those improving notes. Like, other people are going to tell you
Or
what
they're
you
so
could have done
fragile they
better.
can't take it. Yeah,
If it offends you, you really shouldn't be in the field
yeah, I get
because
you.
people are going to tell you what you could have done, and you should take that for uh, for a precious knowledge.
But some
For an
people don't view
example,
it that way.
I'm not a competitive person, but if you
Mm-hmm.
genuinely have a good idea, I will be like, oh shit, you're right, you know,
Yeah,
I could have done that. Sometimes I don't like ideas. Sometimes I just want to fuck around in a game,
yeah,
and that's when I'll be like, you don't need to tell me what to do. That's genuinely just the one time I'm gonna be telling
I
that
get you.
I don't need feedback.
Do you see that as a passion though? Helping others in your
Yeah,
eyes.
I think I think if you have a strong passion for anything, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you wanna do it most of your lifetime. I guess if that makes sense.
Well, in my eyes,
It's
you've always
if
been that way. That then it goes
Yeah,
back to the whole before and after Siku. Like regardless how long I've known you, you've always had
I
that
don't think
tendency.
I've changed in that way. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like people say that with fame and money comes out
Greed?
the true self.
Yeah. I think it corrupts you. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's the true self. I feel like it
I think
skews
I
you.
really think if you get rich and famous, then it's going to bring out the real you, like
You
who you
think?
are as a person. I think so, yeah,
Oh.
because all the people that have gained that, they can do whatever they want. They don't have basically any obstacles anymore, so they
Yeah.
can choose what they can and cannot do at that point, and they can be whatever they want.
Yeah.
So why would you not choose the ideal you? So
That's true.
if you are a toxic person, you will be toxic when you're rich and
But
famous and
I
stuff.
think
That's
that
just
goes back to the people you surround yourself with. What you said earlier, you absorb the toxicity. So, say rich people
hmm
hang out with rich people. If they're already toxic to begin with, you surround yourself with that, then I think it skews it in a way where it's like, oh, you start absorbing their mentality and, their mannerisms and how they act and how they, live their life.
yeah, but I think you're also responsible for the
You are,
people you
definitely
hang
you
out
are.
with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me not,
So if you choose to be
mm-hmm,
around toxic people, that's just how you were and how
mm-hmm,
you liked it to be. That's just you being in your comfort zone, not being able to deal with
mm-hmm,
strangers and changing your environment. That's feel like it's still very easily fixable.
mm-hmm.
If you have a issue with not being able to get out of a toxic thing for a reason, that's a different thing.
Yeah,
But
I
I feel
agree.
like those people are rather, they're still rather like very common sense people. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'd still prefer to not be toxic and stuff like that.
I get you. So what was your original plan then? Get rich? What's the goal after
Yeah.
that? Let's
So
perfect
my
world. You have a buttload of money.
yes. So I wanted to become rich so I could help people with anything they want. Because there's this man. Don't remember his name, but this overweight man
Mm-hmm.
who was a businessman. He was rich, but he was very fat and he was not comfortable with himself. So he
Mm-hmm.
changed that.
Yeah.
He worked really hard. He got over his weight issue,
Mm-hmm.
and now I've seen him on TikTok helping other people
That's
achieving their
beautiful.
literal dreams. He goes to like McDonald's drive-throughs, asking people, "What do you want to be?" And there was this person who wanted to be an animator, and be like, he did like a drive, and then he asked people if they can help her, and he came back 10 minutes later saying that, okay, so we got someone who works for Disney
Oh
and
my.
wants you to try out for the animation group.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to kind of have the same effect on people. I just want to be able to give people the hope in if they're in a like stuck area. Like there's
Yeah.
always an obstacle in your life no matter who you are, but to be the guy that just comes in and like gets rid of that obstacle just like that, I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy
Interesting.
that everyone kind of looks
Depends
like.
on? Looks up to.
No, not really depends on. I feel like more like willing to, I guess, help
Mm-hmm.
in tough situations. But I want that to be for people that are actually willing to put in the work and stuff.
Yeah. You don't want to
I don't
waste your
want
time.
everyone to think that I'm
But
their
that kind of
you
happens though,
know,
right? If you get rich, it's
God.
like everyone comes out the
Yeah,
woodwork. It's like, let me have a piece of that.
yeah, yeah. And
Humans
I understand that.
naturally are just selfish creatures, I think.
Yes, but I feel like that's it's easier for me to handle too.
Okay.
Even if you are gonna spread rumors, those rumors are gonna be lasting until people want them to last.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about how you spread them and how you deal with them. And since it's so hard to piss me off, I wouldn't really do anything that would make it worse personally.
Mm-hmm.
So if people really see that you're that kind of a person, then it's
Yeah.
hard to look at you in a negative way, even if someone does speak. like, oh, they were unwilling to help me and stuff like that.
Yeah. I
There's a
get you.
reason why people don't help everyone, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was thinking in my head out loud. Well, I was thinking in my head what I wanted to say. I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of the times people who are actually just like you, right? Let's say you were to get rich tomorrow, you would want to help out. Well, that's somewhat impossible because I feel like on your way up, people have to step on other people to get up there. And that's the hard part. It's like people manipulate you
Mm-hmm.
and use you until they're up there. Just use you as a stepping stone. So it's difficult for people who are actually nice, like you, to get up there. Because there's going to be those obstacles there. Oh, you're going to
Yeah,
have to
that is
screw
the
over so
thing.
and so. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a thing. That is a very, very realistic view. People are going to be upset
Mm-hmm.
about a lot of things. Some people might be upset just because you're rich. Some people might be
Oh,
upset
that's a
because you're
given.
nice.
That's a given. Mm-hmm.
I have had people that are being very mean to me just because I'm nice. That is just how people are.
That's happened to you?
And yeah,
Oh my
it's there.
God.
Literally, people have been telling me fuck off just because I'm nice.
That's
It's funny
so
to look at, to be
mean.
honest. I know, but it's just how people are. It's what they see, I
They said
guess.
it to your face, or is this online?
I mean, this was online,
It doesn't matter.
so
I just wanted to know. It doesn't matter. Still, hate is hate to me, in my opinion. I just never
yeah,
met anybody
it's
that's
what
like, I hate you because you're nice. Well, that's more like, okay, well, now you need to look into yourself. Why do you hate nice people? It's because you were
some
nice and you
people
got
are.
burned in the past. Is where my head would have gone. But
Hmm. Yeah,
wow,
there's this saying that it doesn't matter how hard you get hit; it matters how hard you can get hit and get back up.
not very,
That
but
goes the
yes.
same way. Like whether you're nice, you shouldn't expect anything because then you're
Yeah,
just gonna build up
I
expectations.
agree.
And
Hmm.
if you build up expectations, it's gonna be harder to deal with negativity. Because if you always want something, there's gonna be a lot of things that are going to be the opposite of what you want. And if you
Hmm.
let them affect you, that's where you're really gonna be tested.
Yeah,
Like the part where you want to be successful and stuff like that is gonna be one of the parts that are hard, but the hardest part is actually being able to handle the uh the parts that don't go well.
yeah.
So if you're a nice person, if you genuinely are a nice person, then take this from me, okay? You should
Nice
never
people,
expect
listen.
anything. You should
Hmm.
never expect anything from anyone. And if you do, that's not really being nice. That's greedy. And you can think to yourself that sometimes you should get some reward, but don't expect it. Don't expect it from people, because if you drop it,
I agree.
as soon as you drop it, as soon as you will realize that it's gonna be a lot easier to handle things.
Yeah.
If I've had a lot of people that have hated me, and I'm so I'm so confident right now as we speak, because I've been able to just not get affected by those moments. Like being able to get toxic people against you and
Yeah.
being nice to those toxic people is the
Hmm.
hardest thing a human can do. But if that becomes easy to you, like it has for me, you will be more mature than most people on the planet, because a lot of people get triggered at one point.
Hmm.
And I'm not
It's
going to
very easy
say
to
I
hold
don't
a
get
drug.
triggered at all.
Hmm.
It does happen. It does happen. You will get triggered. But if you make it so that your trigger moment
That's how you handle it.
will,
Hmm.
yeah, if your trigger moment is going to be your thinking moment, like you make it so that instinctively, if you start feeling rage or whatever, this is
Hmm.
how it all started, by the way, for me. Well, as soon as I got angry, I started thinking why I got angry. And then
Yeah.
I started thinking, is the other person trying to make me angry?
There's
And
that
that's where it
logical
all
side.
builds up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it all builds up, and that's how you train your brain in the beginning. You start from small steps. You
Yeah.
never always just, if you start feeling something, make sure you start realizing it as soon as you can. That's how you train your way up.
I like your way of
So,
thinking. But in my case, I feel like if someone is angry or someone's upset, they're just going to get overwhelmed with that feeling and kind of just go into this, I don't want to say victimizing themselves, but where they kind of pity themselves with the emotions that they have. Whereas you're thinking it logical, like, how can I get over this hump? Does that make sense?
mhm, yeah. So it's all about how you think in the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
just who you are.
I
Uh,
admire that.
most people can't even handle like that way of thinking because it's
Yeah.
not really easy to understand.
I think that's a mentality people should have going in, like you're gonna put yourself out there online because you're online, you stream, you're online, right? It's like you gotta learn that a lot of people are not gonna like you. That's just sad truth. It's just how it's gonna be. Not everyone's gonna like you. You can't be this perfect person that everyone's gonna love. It's just statistically thinking about it, no, that's not an option. No, not everyone's gonna like you. There may be some people
Even
that are
if
just gonna hate you.
Yeah, even if you are a likable person,
Even if
that's
you
not gonna
change,
happen.
there's nothing wrong with
People,
you.
yeah, people are not gonna always do whatever you want them to,
Yeah.
unless you're me.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, not everyone's like you, Siku. Yeah, I
God
think I.
complex coming in.
Yeah, I
Did
like
I
that you.
mention that I got God complex?
Did you what now?
Did I mention that I got God complex now?
You have, but to me, I really don't understand the meaning to that. So, and there was
It's
never an
very
appropriate time for me to ask you because I feel like whenever I'm live, well, now we're in a space where you're comfortable with it, like on a podcast like this. But like before, I feel bad ever putting anyone's personal information or like their experiences out there without them like really thinking about it and realizing what they're saying, because some people can go back and take back what they like. They'll be like, oh, I regret saying that, now I look stupid. I'm like, well, it's already out there, you know.
yeah, yeah. It is a very kind of a thoughtful thing, but it's at the end, it's who you are. It's how you word yourself. It's out there now.
Yeah,
So
well, I mean, you said
not
it now, so
really
let's
anything.
dive in.
Yeah, yeah. Let's dive in. Let's go. Okay, so hello, I got God complex, but in a different way, I guess, a little bit.
Hello. Okay.
Basically,
Mm-hmm.
um, I feel like every small positive thing is just very convenient to have because you're gonna think of it as nothing
Do
usually.
people around you fuel your ego?
I haven't asked. I don't know.
No. Okay, maybe you should ask.
I don't.
I want to hear what they say, but yeah, I don't see you
I know.
as cocky. Now, I feel like cocky is different from egotistical in my head. Maybe they're
Yeah.
like synonyms, but in my head, I feel like egotistical is that wall you put up, right? Whereas you use that,
Yeah.
you mask that, right? And it's like cocky is like you have a sense of pride, and some people have it more than others, but I see that your pride is there, but I'm not gonna knock you for being prideful. Everyone's prideful. Shoot, I put on an ego when I'm like live and like people notice it, some people don't, but it's there
I
to
feel like
protect
you
me.
have to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, because if you don't want yourself to be tramped over, you gotta have
Yeah.
some.
I learned that the hard
You
way.
gotta have some. Yeah.
But this isn't about me. This is about you. Go on with yours.
Yeah. Well, basically, I don't think of myself as a god, but I think of myself as a very conveniently person who commands gods, for an example.
Superior?
And when most people would think, oh, changing the light green on the stoplight is just timing based and stuff like that. Put yourself in a scenario when you're first time you're
Mm-hmm.
going
I'm
at a
envisioning it.
stoplight.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going at a stoplight.
Okay.
Lights red,
Okay.
and perfectly as soon as you get to that line that you
Yeah.
would usually stop at,
Yeah.
the light goes green, and then you just don't ever stop. You just keep going. I feel like that's my whole
So you have no obstacles and
my
everything's
whole view.
conveniently shapen to your liking.
Yeah, it's like the
Got it.
universe just conveniently responds to me.
Do you think the
So I
universe
think to
favors you,
myself,
Siku? Huh? You better than me? I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. But I think
obviously.
I think I get what you're saying. Oh, and he's proud of it too. There's that
I'm
pridefulness.
kidding.
Oh, I'm kidding.
I'm
I'm
kidding.
kidding. I know. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry. But how long? When did you
This
figure
is
out
my
that like?
sister, by the way.
I wouldn't. I'm not intentionally trying to hurt anybody. If you do deal with this, please just know that I'm joking with Siku. We're cool on this basis. Please,
Mhm.
if he calls me
We
out
know
on
each other
anything,
very
I'm
well.
fine with it. What was that?
We know each other very well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
guess.
you. Never mind. I thought you said something completely different. I'm like, what?
Why? Why?
I thought you threatened someone, and I'm like, what? No, we're not threatening people. I'm sorry. I was listening. I was talking too loud. Sorry. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on.
Okay.
More about your god
Yeah, but
complex.
yeah, the universe is just it's just there, and I think what helps with that is
Yeah.
I saw a movie
Mm-hmm.
in class one day about the secret of the universe or something like that,
Yeah.
and it's basically about how the world twists around how you think what is gonna happen. So
How
if
your
you,
how
for
you
an
perceive it
example,
then.
yeah, like how if you see life more negative things are gonna happen, and
Yes, I
more
agree.
the more negative things that you notice, the more negative things are gonna happen too.
I agree.
Therefore, I have come up with a theory that if you only think about good things, bad things are very rare to happen. And so far, in my life experience, that has been true.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, ever
There's the
since I
optimistic
got
versus pessimistic
yeah,
viewpoint. Yeah.
ever since I got my numb emotions kind of a diagnosis, I have reminded myself about this theory, and I have forced myself to
Only
to
look at the
think only
good.
positive.
Yeah.
So only positive things, and literally everything's going exactly as I want it. It's just a line. I just made myself a crosswalk, or not. Let's
A
just say a
bridge.
path.
I'd say a bridge. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a path, bridge. I made myself
Some kind of structure that's connected.
architecturally beautiful structure
Yes.
that you can walk on.
Yes.
Not
I
just
don't
the
know about
sidewalk.
walk on. Maybe utilize is a better word. I wouldn't say walk on because you don't take BS from
Flow
anyone.
off of.
Sure. Why not?
You can just roll on it like the
Okay.
hedgehog.
It's getting weird. Who's rolling? Okay. Mhm.
Hedgehogs roll,
True.
I think.
Random, but true. Actually real. Yeah. Armadillos roll, I think.
Yeah, armadillo. I'm an
Nice.
armadillo. I'm a life's armadillo.
Sure. Would have been easier if we just said a wheel. But okay.
I mean, wheels only move forward.
I
I
mean,
want to be able to control that feeling.
true. Okay, true. Where
Okay,
were
but
we? Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I've carved myself a beautiful path,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just life keeps rolling off of it. Even if my life is unpredictable, it's going exactly the big plan I planned it to.
Like a chaotic neutral.
So
Yeah.
in the end, it's all just my big
It
plan
doesn't
to
even
command God
matter.
Himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So God's commander is what I call myself.
I noticed you put a lot of labels on things though. Something
It's
about your
very,
personality.
I
Sorry if that was,
guess.
yeah,
I
sorry.
just they just kind of come, just ideas.
Not that it's bad,
I
not that
guess
it's good. I'm just speaking out from observing
I
you.
still have a creative mind, so I feel like that's easy for me
What is now?
to like to think creatively. I think it's
Yeah,
easier
I,
for me
I
to
see you.
come up
You're
with.
you've dabbled in a lot of things artistically, with music. It's like, you know, I view you as a creative person. Or maybe
Yeah,
other people don't, but I mean, I don't know people in your life, but I think of you very much as a creative person.
I feel like if you really know me, then
Oh, okay, then I'm wrong, I guess.
You do know me though. But if you know me, you're not gonna ever have a problem with me because you know how I think, and you're
You're
gonna
a wheel.
understand the view that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, not
because
a
it's
wheel, a hedgehog.
yeah, a lot of
Nice.
things, names, whatever, doesn't
Things
matter.
that are round and go zoom, you know?
Yeah, very zoom.
Nice.
But
All
yeah,
right. Well, I think that's a good this is a good place to end it here, but I like seeing the
yeah.
progress that you've gone through, Siku. It really is heartwarming. I've seen you since I've met you, dude. It's heartwarming to see how much you've grown, how much you've learned about yourself, what you've
And
experienced even.
I can finally accept that now.
I love that. I love that. When
I
did
used to always, yeah,
yeah.
I used to always say no, no. But
Oh, you used to deflect the compliment or deflect the
yeah, like no you and stuff like that, like all the time.
same. But I
No,
mean,
no,
I do
no,
it
no,
now
no.
because
I'm
like
not the cute one. You're the cute one. Like
yeah,
things
yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm. I see. Why do we do that? that's another subject to talk about for another time. Siku, it's
Yeah.
been phenomenal. We are past the 1 hour 30-minute mark. If you're watching this on
Oh.
YouTube, listen, go follow Siku on all his socials. It's all down there and all that jazz. He streams here live on Twitch all the damn time. And also, you want to get more on his God complex and conversations like that, go check out his Twitch, where he'll probably ramble about him. Honestly, but it's good ramble, not bad ramble.
I ramble a lot.
It's good though.
It's
You're a
of
great
psychological things.
You're
If you want to improve yourself, I got ideas for you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I got ideas.
Go. Let him be the bridge, the hedgehog, the wheel, the thing that rolls, that goes zoom. Let him be that and assist you.
Let me be your room.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Mods, can we spam Siku's link, please? Listen, my mouse fell asleep. It's been an honor. Siku, I will catch you later. You're phenomenal. A fantastic guest. I can't wait to see you in the future and see how much you've grown and how much you've learned about yourself even more. Or what impact you made on the world, I guess. It's amazing.
I'm trying to make YouTube videos too.
Dude, okay, go do it. Oh, that's what it is. You're great with self-help. I feel like you're great at helping other people reach their potential. Does that make sense? Some people are just...
Yes, if people want, I can help you find yourself.
Did you just exclamation guest as yourself? Nice.
Yeah.
See, this is why I need to follow Siku. Go. Do what you will. Thank you, Siku. I'll catch you later. I'll talk to you later.
I wanted to know who the guest is.
It's you. The wheel. The hedgehog.
Well, now I know.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe they don't know, so go follow Siku. What the hell? I'll catch you later, Siku.
Thanks
for joining.
having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, he better hang up first. You're hanging up first. Okay, he did. No, he didn't. Fudge! Alright, he hung up. Alright, I hung up. Alright, listen. Y'all need to go follow. See, this is what I mean. He's the natural born leader. Therefore, he was meant to do all that. Chat, it's been a hoop. It's been a half. It's been real. We have time for probably some games later, but since we're watching this on YouTube, let me do the YouTube outro. Chat, listen. Go check out Siku. Streams here live on Twitch. Check out his Twitter, his Instagram, all that jazz. His Discord. Join his Discord. I don't know if I'll be able to grab a link for his Discord, but if you're interested, please, by all means, go ahead and do so. He streams here live on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like since it's gonna be on YouTube. There is no music because YouTube's being a butthole, and it will not allow me to have music in my outro since my playlist for some reason got copyrighted. So leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you so much for our beautiful guest, Siku. It was an honor. It was fantastic. It was a hoot and a half. We're gonna play Apex in a little bit. I will restart stream.